So we have to establish expectations, but sort of closely connected to that is maintenance of these expectations. How do we maintain them so that they continue? You can't just put it out there without any sort of support or regular maintenance. So let's talk a little bit about how we maintain the expectations that we have established for our culture of work. There are two types of meetings that we can have in the classroom that will support that. One is our individual meetings that we have with children every week. We can really check in on some of these expectations. We can look at how the children have been working in their journals. We can reflect and refine their particular work habits and patterns. So we've talked about individual meetings. We can also really consciously work on our culture of work with the children in a community meeting. Generally, this is, once a week or as needed, where we can address issues in the classroom and discuss how we can work together in an effective manner. We'll talk more about community meetings in another video, and of course, we have one on individual meetings as well. So a lot of the other maintenance of your work expectations in the classroom comes from your daily interactions. So, for example, when a child comes and shows you their work, how do you respond? We have to keep in mind, we don't want them to work for the response they may get from us. So we have to be very careful. We want to maintain their internal motivation. So a child comes to say, what do you think of this? And you can say, well, tell me about it. What do you think? How do you feel about this piece of work? Do you feel like you've improved? Do you feel like you need more practice? How do you feel about your handwriting? And I have them really evaluate their own feelings about the work and where they feel like they've done well and where they want to continue to work. That's going to help maintain this culture of work better than them getting feedback from me. It needs to be their own internal motivation. And that's the best kind of work culture that we can have. Part of what's going to maintain the expectations of a culture of work in our environment is going to be how we help the children solve their conflicts. Because we've got children all together who love to work in groups but are, still learning the skills for that, there's often a need for a lot of conflict resolution in the classroom. So we want to be sure that we're giving them the skills and tools to solve their problems in the classroom and independence in that. And we'll talk more about conflict resolution in some other videos. A lot of what's going to help maintain some of these work expectations and and help cultivate this culture of work is going to be the various systems you have in place in the classroom. So these are systems for work management, for the supplies available in the classroom. How do they organize their work? All of these things will contribute to maintaining the work expectations and being able to have a culture of work in the classroom. And we'll talk more about those in their own video as well. The uninterrupted work period is important for maintaining the expectations of work, because if they are going to be interrupted, they can't build a sort of workflow themselves. So we want to be sure we've got that uninterrupted work cycle, that we've got a beautifully prepared environment that can help them, want to work. We have to be sure that we're paying attention to this all the time. It can be easy to really focus on establishing these expectations often at the beginning of the year and then kind of lose track of it. It does become to a certain extent self-sustaining, but we still have to stay very vigilant and be sure that we are putting in the effort to maintain this culture on a regular basis.